Hey, leadership crew. I am here to talk to you about our third law of leadership from Jocko Willink's book, Leadership Strategies and Tactics. And that law is called simply prioritize and execute. Now, this is really where leadership takes off. This is really where leaders begin to rise. Because the reality is, like Cover and Move is about prayer and protection and teamwork, right? And so that's a foundational concept. And then just like that, Simple is about really making a delineation, a narrowing of your target so that you know exactly what your goal is and you can go after it more effectively. But prioritize and execute is really about leadership. It's about looking at what's going on around you, what problems you're facing, and figuring out how to deal with them effectively so that you can advance on your goal. Now, honestly, in just general life, without blowing up stuff, without like massive emergencies, the best way to approach your day is to begin to consider the things you need to get done in that day and then to prioritize them and execute them. I learned this from using Franklin Covey's planner for the last 20 years or whatever it's been. But it's this: you've got your life goals, you've got your then that break down to basically monthly goals, and then that breaks down to weekly goals, which then breaks down to daily tasks. And of those daily tasks, I've got A priority tasks, which are the most important. I've got B priority tasks and C priority tasks. C are the things that they need to get done, but they might not need to get done today. They'd be nice to get done, but A and B are the most important ones, and of course A are the most important. And so within those categories then, you go A category, and then you number those that are in that category according to importance. So you have A1, A2, A3, and then maybe you move into the B's, and you have B1, B2, and then you have your C's, okay? So in doing that, you're going to learn how to really make yourself achieve the things that need to get done so that you are continually moving forward toward your goal. And so that's just one simple way to bring that into your life. But you need to always be, when you're facing a problem, you're facing a struggle, whatever it would be, you need to be asking yourself, what is most important right now that I need to get done that will move me toward the goal? Just another example really quick. When I came here to New Life, I followed Pastor Glenn Landis. Pastor Glenn had been the only pastor this church had ever known. He founded the church, and there was a lot of stuff that was then with that. There's the entire view of the people about what being a pastor looks like comes from this man, and there were great things that he did for the Lord, and there were other things that made it harder for me to move forward. So I needed to ask, what are the most important things that I need to do right now? And being honest with you, as a leader coming in, taking over for a founding pastor, the number one thing I had to do was I had to gain the trust of the people. So I didn't come in and make tons of changes. I didn't, just come and blow stuff up. I came in and was really kind of laid back and didn't make a lot of changes. And the reason is because I wanted the people to know that they could trust me, that this was a safe place that they could be. And over time, we're now, we're actually, we just hit 5 years being here. It's crazy. But we finally hit a place in this church that corporately, from top to bottom, from elder board, finance board, deacon board, all of these guys who are the pinnacle leaders of this church, many of whom are watching this video right now, you guys, we have developed a culture of trust. And because of that, God is beginning to move. Because if you don't have trust, you don't have anything, especially in the church. And so I had to prioritize trust above what would maybe be most expedient or what would be most convenient for me. And I put that above my own desires. I got my I've suffered a lot of different struggles that I could have just crushed. I could have just squashed them. But in doing that, I would have made it so that people would feel like they couldn't trust me. And so when it comes to whatever it is you're facing, you have to know what the priority is. What's the number one thing? And then you need to execute on it. When you do that, you will always be advancing, even if it doesn't look like you are. Okay? So, prioritize and execute. Law number 3 in the laws of combat.